Thomas Edison, in full Thomas Alva Edison, born February 11, 1847, Milan, Ohio, U.S. died October 18, 1931, West Orange, New Jersey, American inventor who, singly or jointly, held a world record 1,093 patents. In addition, he created the world's first industrial research laboratory. In 1854 Samuel Edison became the lighthouse keeper and carpenter on the Fort Gratiot military post near Port Huron, Michigan, where the family lived in a substantial home. Alva, as the inventor was known until his second marriage, entered school there and attended sporadically for 5 years. He was imaginative and inquisitive, but, because much instruction was by rote and he had difficulty hearing, he was bored and was labeled a misfit. To compensate, he became an avid and omnivorous reader. Edison's lack of formal schooling was not unusual. At the time of the Civil War the average American had attended school a total of 434 days, little more than 2 years' schooling by today's standards. In 1859 Edison quit school and began working as a train boy on the railroad between Detroit and Port Huron. 4 years earlier, the Michigan Central had initiated the commercial application of the telegraph by using it to control the movement of its trains, and the Civil War brought a vast expansion of transportation and communication. Edison took advantage of the opportunity to learn telegraphy and in 1863 became an apprentice telegrapher. Messages received on the initial Morse telegraph were inscribed as a series of dots and dashes on a strip of paper that was decoded and read, so Edison's partial deafness was no handicap. Receivers were increasingly being equipped with a sounding key, however, enabling telegraphers to read messages by the clicks. The transformation of telegraphy to an auditory art left Edison more and more disadvantaged during his 6-year career as an itinerant telegrapher in the Midwest, the South, Canada, and New England. Amply supplied with ingenuity and insight, he devoted much of his energy toward improving the inchoate equipment and inventing devices to facilitate some of the tasks that his physical limitations made difficult. By January 1869 he had made enough progress with a duplex telegraph, a device capable of transmitting 2 messages simultaneously on one wire, and a printer, which converted electrical signals to letters, that he abandoned telegraphy for full-time invention and entrepreneurship. Edison moved to New York City, where he initially went into partnership with Frank L. Pope, a noted electrical expert, to produce the Edison Universal Stock Printer and other printing telegraphs. Between 1870 and 1875 he worked out of Newark, New Jersey, and was involved in a variety of partnerships and complex transactions in the fiercely competitive and convoluted telegraph industry, which was dominated by the Western Union Telegraph Company. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.